Hey everyone, it's Nigel here again. This is just a very quick little video about this kit. I was on Smoo's workshop this evening, well literally 10 minutes ago, and it's inspired me to do a video about this wing root issue because everybody was getting quite involved. This AMT kit B-52H, they also did a B-52G. This kit went on to become the Italeri kit, so if you buy the B-52G or H in 70 seconds ago from Italeri, it is this kit you're buying. It's exactly the same. It's a lovely kit in my opinion. It has a few minor issues. It's got some lovely scribe panel lines. It's nothing over scale. There was talk on Smoo's workshop about wings being all over the place. Luckily mine are quite straight. I don't know if Italeri have done something to the way they're making the kit, but the wings in this kit certainly are very straight, and it's quite an old kit, this one. So let me get this box out of the way and then I'll show you what it is I'm talking about. So there you go. That's the Italeri AMT B-52 fuselage. This is the H version. The first thing I'm going to show you that needs work is this fuselage. The fuselage is made in two halves, front and rear. Well, four sections. Two halves front, two halves rear. And you've got this joint in the middle, which I hate on these plastic kits. And you can see that the actual joint is bloody awful. You've got this huge, great lump of connecting stub on the aft section, and then you have to fit that inside the nose section, and it doesn't fit, so it needs sanding down and everything, and then some good strong gluing up. So this wing root, the first thing to do, I think this is not the way, this is my way. So I'm no expert, but this is just how I did it, and I think I've got a successful outcome. So I've got the fuselage there, it's pulled together, held together with rubber band, and as you can see I've done some pretty major surgery on the wing root. Unfortunately I don't have an out of the box kit to show you, but basically if you look online you'll see it. What's wrong with it is when you look at it like this, the actual wing root here has dihedral. So what they've done is they've looked at an aircraft in flight and looked at how the wings are, because the wings tend to lift because of all the weight on them, but the actual wing root doesn't bend, so it just looks bloody awful when it's built. So it needs to be corrected. There's various different ways. This is my way. So the first thing to do, I think, is get hold of a Revell kit and make a template like this, or if I hold this still, what I've done for you is I've put a scale on here, a vertical and horizontal, and that's marked in centimeters. So if you want a freeze frame, I'll hold that as square as I can to the camera. If you want a freeze frame, you can make a copy of this. And what I've got here is, across the bottom, I'll show you how it's used, is the wing root anhedral, and then at the side I've got the wing root profile. So make a copy of that and you're away, and I'll show you how I use it. So we've got the fuselage is like this, and what I do is I put that on there when I've glued those wing sections in, and that's the way it goes. And I've marked a line there which is across the, as you can see, it's across the scribed lines there. In fact, they're actually raised lines there. So yeah, there you go. So there's your correct anhedral for the wing roots. And then this piece here goes here. So what I've done is, to make sure that I've got this wing root correct this way, I've made this up so it goes along the side of the fuselage, and then as you can see it goes onto the wing there, so you don't end up with one wing here and one wing there looking like a bloody swing wing with one wing in and one wing out. So you use that like that, and then the same on the other side to make sure your wing profile is correct. And the other thing is this wing root box. When you buy the kit, this actually is up on the ends, it needs to come down. So what you do, what I've done is scored it across the top, cut a section out and bent it down, and then glued it. I've used super glue, I did this years ago. I wouldn't use super glue now. I will actually strengthen the inside of this with plastic card and use Tamiya extra thin or the thicker Revell contactor glue, because the trouble is with super glue, it's brittle, it will snap. So So that's that, and you can see I've put plastic card in to get the actual angle dead on. So if we pull the fuselage halves apart, we can look at the work I've done here on actually correcting this wing root. First thing to note is you cut the wing root away from the fuselage, but you leave this area here still connected, so you're basically bending it. And what you need to do is, using a knife, just carefully, keeping the knife at 90 degrees to the center line of the fuselage, just cut away like this across the top and across the bottom of the wing root, and then do the same down the front like this until it just snaps away. So basically what you end up with is the wing root will pivot and bend here, and then you just push it down in, and as you can see, if you look on the inside, you can see that this area here used to be flush and now it's in. So it doesn't have to go in very much, but because the wing's so long, you get a hell of a difference. And then basically do that on both of them, and using the template, you could just get your anhedral correct on the wing root. So it's as simple as that. Quite frightening for some people, but it's really enjoyable. And I tell you what, if you do this and put your model in a show, you really will get some onlookers and some comments, and a lot of people asking you how you did it. So it's really, really worth a go. People have been asking about the kits, how they compare. You've basically got two. I've done a review. If you look back, you'll see I've done a review of the 1968 monogram kit, which is basically what the Revell kit is today. Then you've got the AMT kit, which is this one, which is actually the Italeri kit today. And you've got a new one on the block, which is the Model Collect kit. Looking around at what I've seen on the Model Collect kit, it's not accurate. If accuracy is your thing, don't touch it. For a start, the G and the H model, from what I've seen, have got a D tail, which is much taller. The one they claim, which is the plane with wing root extensions, doesn't have the wing root extensions, even though it shows them on the box. So, you know, just beware, there are accuracy issues. The Revell kits, I think, are probably the most accurate in shape, but you only really get a D out of them unless you do some mods. The cockpit isn't very detailed, and it's got raised panel lines. This kit has got the inaccurate wing root. There's some other inaccuracies around the fuselage which I can show you, but there's this one's also got, it's got a lovely cockpit. Here's mine, which is just quickly built up. So you've got the seats in the rear as well, and you've got the bed in there. There's no toilet, but yeah, this is lovely in comparison to the Revell kit. Anyway, it's lovely. So and it's nice and fine. I should imagine I'm building a B2 at the moment, as you know, and it's very chunky. I should imagine the B-52 will be similar. Another issue with the AMT kit, the G and the H model have different engines, and the engines in this kit are too small. They're the correct shape, they look good, but they're too small. So this company called Buffmaster Design, I don't think he's around anymore, but Super Bug models, you'll probably find these by somebody else will start making them. But they do a B-52H engine set, and if I show you this is the kit engine, which is too small, and this is the resin engine, which is the correct size. So you can see that actually they're pretty far off, in shape and in size. And then you've got the front section here. If you compare that there, you can see there's quite a difference if I put them next to each other. Okay. In the box, you also get the vanes here, if you can see them. You also get the compressor blades. So, and there's 8 of those in there. So there we have it. I've also got from them, there's the seats, which are more accurate than the kit seats, but probably not necessary for what you're going to see in there. So yeah, so there you go, that's that. And just quickly showing you a couple of little things I've done on the fuselage. Looking at references, I've added some knacker ducts. I've put this vents in the side here, added a knacker duct at the front, and then just put some plastic card on the inside. And then the same on this side. So there you go. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about the B-52 kits, I'm not a mine of knowledge, but I have got a pretty good knowledge of what's going on with these things. So let me know. And also, if you want to read all about this, if you go to this website here, they include a lot of information, and that's actually where I got my information from on the Model Collect kit. Okay, so see you all again. Thanks for looking, and please subscribe.